What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Social Sig vlog. Today is April 15th of 2024, and Crab Cake wants to jump up into my lap. Trying to keep him down, trying to train him a little bit more as far as like trying to crate train him. This last week we actually had a really successful crate train week, meaning that instead of sleeping with me and Sheila in bed, we've been putting him in the crate. And the first night he was just a little whiny. And then every other night he was just kind of chilling. So trying to make him a little bit more polite, not jump up as much, and he needs to be a little bit more independent. But things are good. Had a really busy week. As you can see, this is a new Social Sig shirt design, which I have not announced yet, that I'm really excited for. So shout out Sam Larcheed. Actually, maybe this might be kind of interesting to y'all, but here is the original drawing that I sent him to kind of do like a cool design. We had worked on getting this logo, but I thought maybe it'd be cool to have like a little design with like people hanging out. So sent this, and then he just sent back this, which freaking blew my mind. I was like, this is so cool. And then put the established 1998, which is when I was born, I guess. Could have done like 2019 or whatever, but I thought 98 sounded cooler. But really excited about these. I have these in a few different colorways. I brought these to our shows this last weekend in Chicago and Minneapolis, and just haven't announced them online yet, which I did pictures for yesterday with my buddy Nick. But yeah, so I brought these, and they were selling really well. People were really digging them, and I'm really excited because I had the Thrasher ripoff designs for like the last 2 years. Just never had something that I thought would be an awesome design that I really loved. I don't know. I think merch is just kind of tough to make. It's a big commitment, I guess, but I was really happy to work with Sam and get these, and gonna be using this logo a little bit more. I love this the smiley face with 3 eyes and the tongue or the cigarette, whatever you want to see it. And then I also got some new stickers to kind of go along with this design slash this theme. So trying to all keep it pretty consistent that way. I should probably update my website at some point with these new logos and stuff, but so yeah, things are cooking. It's been quite a busy week. I guess the weather had been much nicer. I'm trying to even remember this last week. So we did Bottom Lounge on Friday night in Chicago, which was a freaking blast. I think I vlogged last Monday. So I think this week was just a matter of getting together everything ready for this. We played Chicago on Thursday at Burlington Bar, and then we did a show in Minneapolis on Friday night. So it was just a matter of getting the band all ready and rehearsed and good to go, and then just kind of booking this West Coast tour still, getting everything solidified, and it's all coming together. I still have yet to book San Diego, San Francisco, and Phoenix, and then maybe Bellingham, Washington, which the whole point of this tour is going out west. So I feel like I'm in my head about not having these dates booked yet, and it's coming up, but that's my goal this week, getting those at least somewhat solidified, specifically San Diego and San Francisco. Phoenix is a little bit more tough, but yeah, so really trying to lock something in this week. So that's going to be dope. And then announcing the tour, hopefully either before or after the end of April. So maybe in the May or kind of right before the Vivarium show, which that's our next big Milwaukee show, is April 27th at the Vivarium. Really excited to play there, and it'll be our biggest Milwaukee show of 2024 yet. So that is with Well and Good opening up the night, Motel Breakfast, some boys from Chicago, and then my homies Dwayne and Micah Emmerich to do a duo set. They're kind of like a little bit in the alternative hip hop realm, but really fun. They're gonna bring the vibes, and then we're gonna rip for like 45 minutes to an hour. So yeah, should be an awesome show. Really gonna be promoting it more this next week. I was a little stressed out last week about all these out of state shows that I have coming up. Because we did Chicago, Minneapolis, and then we're doing Madison on 420 at the Majestic Theater, so kind of promoting that one as well. And then this Milwaukee one. So as completely independent and DIY, it's literally pretty much just me on the back end of all Social Sig stuff. So really trying to be efficient with like marketing and stuff. I had utilized my spreadsheet and everything with like people's contacts and trying to get people out to the shows. So thank you if you came out. A lot of friends came out to the Chicago and Minneapolis shows, so that was really cool. I had a friend that surprised me in Chicago that I hadn't seen her in a long time. So my friend Anna Pedrick, we were friends in high school. And she lives in like Tahoe, so that was crazy. And then we played with Comfort Club, and then Jacob Slade, the Social Sig alma mater, not alma mater, but alum. Really good to see him. I hadn't seen him in months, so caught up with him. And we did a 4-piece set, so we played with Anthony Kapczynski on bass, and then Nick Morrissey on lead guitar. This was Nick's first show with Social Sig, because Eli is going to be on tour with his band Bug Moments most of April here, and then Isaac is traveling to Japan. So if you aren't familiar, Social Sig kind of has a different rotating cast of band members, which might sound weird, but I think it just, like, the project revolves around me, and then also just like with other people's schedules, and it's like running a business with like employee availability, if you want to look at it like that. But just making sure everyone's available, and if we have a good show, I definitely want to take it. And I felt really comfortable this last year, kind of working with like Anthony Kapczynski and all these super talented people in the Milwaukee scene who are super down to learn my songs and rip. So and starting with like the tour last fall of the East Coast tour, I had Eli and Aiden on drums. They're both in a band called Bug Moments, and that was kind of like the first time of playing like outside of a regular group for quite some time. And at first it was a little choppy, but after playing like shows after show after show after show and really getting rehearsed, like in a somewhat short amount of time, I felt like I was very confident in bringing the overall Social Sig show, like a good enough one, to a crowd. So yeah, so I feel good about that. Yeah, even with like the solo sets, I've been working with the backing tracks, and that's what this whole West Coast tour is going to be, is a solo set sort of tour. So most of May, I'm going to be hashing out that set, making sure everything is good. I've done it 3 times so far, and the second time was the prior time that I played in Minneapolis in February. And then I saw and I felt like okay about it, the set, but I saw some guys that I played with. They came to my show last Friday. It's some guys in a band called Jonger, and they forgot their wallets, so they couldn't come in. But I chatted with them outside. Super cool dudes. I'm blanking on their names, but they gave me some really nice compliments about the solo set, about winning a crowd over with just a solo set. So I felt really, really good about that. So that was really kind of them, but definitely got a ways to go with the solo set to make it even better. So yeah, just lots of that stuff. What else? Last night, or on the way up to Minneapolis, so basically we drove down to Chicago, played the show, drove back home to Milwaukee, and then slept in Milwaukee. We all the band members all went their different ways, but then 10 a.m. the next day, me, Kai, and Anthony drove up to Minneapolis. It's about a 5.5 hour drive. It was a really nice day out. Kind of random. We were stopping at the Quick Trips because we're sponsored by Quick Trip. So they hook us up with like gift cards and stuff for food and gas. So that's really helpful. So always got to hit up a Quick Trip, and stopped in a town called Ocio, about like an hour south of Minneapolis. And the Quick Trip is like a mile off the exit, and there's all these other gas stations. So, but went to Quick Trip, and um, all of a sudden we were doing the jump, and then this one dude was like, "Yo, what are you doing here?" And like at first, looking up, is like, "Oh shit, like, are we in trouble?" And I looked, it was my buddy Tommy Moore, who is a videographer, designer. Maybe he runs a studio called Studio Daybreak in Milwaukee here. Really cool dude. But yeah, we just ran into him, and then we're like, "Oh, dude, you got to do the jump with us." And then I saw him on Saturday night again. So that was Friday during the day, and then Saturday night I saw him at the a fellow Kinsman show in Milwaukee here that I went to, and we were chatting a bunch. And so that was kind of like a small world, like just running. That was just so random. Really funny. So that's the second time that we've been to a Quick Trip and run into somebody. In Johnson Creek, on our way to a show in Madison, we ran into Jasmine of Bug Moment and Sam of Chapped Lips. So that was pretty wild and hilarious. So it's funny to kind of get those somewhat on video, because to do the Quick Trip jump and all that. But anyways, we drove to Minneapolis, found some awesome parking right away, right outside the venue. I always do love going to Minneapolis. It's a cool city. It's super artsy. Loaded in, did a sound check. A girl named Elisa was running the merch table. And then we got some food at the Ice House. Really, really good burger I had. And yeah, the Ice House is like a really cool like cocktail lounge sort of thing, with like a balcony and a stage and some tables. Really cool venue. It sounds really nice in there. And we played with Daphne Jane, and League Two was their single release show. And both of those bands are just fucking amazing. It was really cool to finally see. I've heard a lot about Daphne Jane. Talking to people about this bill, they're like, "Oh, yo, Daphne Jane she's kind of blowing up right now." So that was cool to meet her and her crew. And then just saw so many people. It's been so super cool, even with Chicago, to kind of I guess see some friends that I've been making in like the music scenes. And some people know, like, I don't know, just like the whole network of web, with like Chicago, Minneapolis, and like Madison, and like all in this music scene. It's been really cool to kind of put it together and connect dots between people. And yeah, I finally feel like I know a good amount of people in Minneapolis, compared to our first time playing up in St. Paul in like 2022 of December. So that's been really sweet. After our show, we did a really fun set. We opened up the night, and we did a 3-piece set, and the third last song, right before doing a guitar solo in the song Camping Trip, my D string on my guitar broke. So I kind of had a little panic attack, because like briefly, not like actually, but like just like, oh shit, because with the guitar solo, I don't know, I'm not the craziest shredder on guitar as far as soloing goes, but broke a string there, and I figured it out, and that worked out fine. And then I kind of was a little stumped on the last two songs about trying to figure out the chordings, but made it work, and didn't make a whole scene about it, and just kind of rocked out, I guess. And then on the last like ending of Milwaukee, I broke another string somehow, so that was all right. Like so I got to change those. But yeah, super fun show regardless, and I had a lot of friends come out. And then we stayed with my cousin Ty in Como, kind of more by the campus area, and then we had plans to go out to Como Tap, which is like kind of a indie like dive bar, I guess, in the Minneapolis college area. And I had some friends that were going out there, Ryan of the band Shoots, and then also this dude named Rains in the band called She's Green. And then just met some other cool people, and yeah, had a good night. It was super fun. there's some videos of us after when we were walking back to my cousin Ty's place. There's a zip line that we were on, and it was a great time. We had a fun trip to Minneapolis, and then the next morning we drove back. So it was a really nice day again. Anthony's a big Beatles fan, so we were listening through the whole Beatles discography, and he was giving like a lot of background and to each album, and it was like information that I never knew. So really, really cool to kind of dive into that. Got back, and yeah, like I mentioned, I saw the Fellow Kinsman show with Shuby at Mad Planet, and then I got drinks with Brett Newski right before at Falcon Bowl because we're going to be playing there in November. Went to Company Brewing. My parents were there, saw them. That was super fun. And then, yeah, I went to Mad Planet and had a pretty rowdy night at Mad Planet. I ended up buying, hadn't bought, like, I don't really smoke cigarettes that much, but I ended up buying a pack of cigarettes, and geez, it was a night. So, and then on Sunday, met up with John Sparrow of the Violent Femmes. We're working together on doing a collab song, basically my song Melting on the Street. Is a song it's kind of recorded on like a voice memo. It's out on Spotify, but I've always wanted to do, like a good recording of this song because I've just had it I play it live a lot, but the recording on Spotify just isn't the cleanest and not the most, like, it's a little bit older, like when I first started playing it, and I kind of have a different version of it, I guess. So John reached out to me about doing a collab sort of song, and we're also doing this other like Show Me Milwaukee TV series together. There's a segment on like giving back to the community, and he chose to work with me on doing a song. We're doing a collab song, which it's kind of confusing, but basically it's both are going to be Melting on the Street, but just in case like this other one doesn't work out, I have this other song that we just did last night with his buddy Dave. John is on like the snare and I'm on guitar singing, and yeah, worked out really cool. I really love that snare, sort of like Violent Femmes kind of style to the song. It works perfectly. And then also Dave was on a stand-up bass, so it was like perfect, exactly kind of the instrumentation of what I would want for that song. But also we're going to be working with Ray Nitty, who's like a Milwaukee hip hop artist, and doing like he might be adding some like Caribbean sort of styling to it to do like a grand collab sort of thing. So should be pretty dope. I'm really honored that they asked me to work with me. And yeah, it's freaking awesome. And I've gotten to become buddies with John Sparrow of the Violent Femmes in the last year and a half. So sounds fucking crazy. And often, yeah, I'll step back and just be like, what the fuck is my life right now? Like, I don't know, like never would have thought that I'd be doing a song with the drummer of the Violent Femmes, but it's fucking cool. And yeah, it's been a ride. So very excited for that. And then I guess looking forward, probably gonna wrap this up, but yeah, just promoting these next April shows, and then I'm gonna be announcing the tour. I am going to be releasing a quick reel yesterday during the day. Me and Nick, my buddy, Nick Hohenhorst, we were doing a quick merch shoot with like some the stop motion sort of thing that we've done before, and then also what was I gonna say, like just some pictures in a park just to announce these, just because I won't have them available online quite yet. I had mentioned this, if you look at vlogs since like last fall, that was a big goal of mine, like even to get by the winter, but everything just got so busy. And but I am working with somebody, basically the manager of a band called the Astronomers out of Oshkosh. This dude named Jack Rindle is a really this dude's got his shit together, and we got coffee, and he's gonna help me out. I think I'm gonna hire his services to get my Shopify all ready, all good to go. And then all I got to do is get pictures and just kind of have everything looking good. And then I'm going to do a big merch drop in the summer. I swear to God I will, because I've been talking about doing it for a while. So shirts and everything going to be available online. Also, it just makes sense to have it after getting back from West Coast tour, because I'm doing all the fulfillment at my house. So I'm going to try to make like right here is kind of where I have all of my merch boxes and everything set up. Hopefully it's not too messy. Some soccer balls, but this is like my merch area. But gonna try to get it all super organized to where if like somebody gets in like puts an order, I'm just gonna be able to fulfill it right away. Or maybe like that week, do like every Wednesday or whatever, sending merch orders out, or every other Wednesday. So that'll definitely be awesome. And yeah, looking forward to like that segment of Social Sig, to get you guys some merch if you guys are far away. But then also I love these designs. They're freaking dope. And yeah, so but right now for like these upcoming Madison and Milwaukee shows, and until maybe late June or July even, there's gonna be just merch available only at shows. So that's just kind of my timeline with all of that. So cool, I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to talk about, but yeah, hope you guys are doing well as always. I feel like I always wrap up my videos saying that, but I know it's been really nice outside, at least in Wisconsin, so I hope you guys have been getting outside, smelling the flowers, getting some fresh air, because summer is here. Also, happy 414 Day. That was yesterday. I wanted to post like with the song Milwaukee in it, but for whatever reason, my song Milwaukee under Social Sig isn't on Instagram. Maybe I could, maybe I got to go back and kind of change that, but it's under Arcilla Kid, which is my old project. So maybe I'll figure that out today, because that would have been awesome to tag the song under Social Sig with the song Milwaukee. But anyways, just kind of talking out loud. Miss you guys, love you guys, hope to see you at a show. Madison on 420 at Majestic Theater. It's going to be a huge show. And then Milwaukee at Vivarium on April 27th, another huge show. So gonna be freaking dope. Gonna be a party, and we like to have a lot of fun. So hope to see you guys there. So all right, love yous, and see you next time. See you around. Bye.